Which is easier for you, writing or speaking? Knowing how to compare two things or two situations is very important in the English language. Hi, it's Jerry with Global Connection ESL. Thanks for watching today. Today we're going to be talking about how to compare two items or two situations to each other. This is very important because we always want to compare things in our life. It's natural. Before we jump into this lesson today, would you like this video and subscribe? If you just click that notification bell below, you'll get all the updates that I have when I prepare future videos. Thanks. Okay, let's jump in. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and learn about how to compare two things. This is called comparatives. Comparatives help us to compare two things. You can see in these examples, a Ferrari is faster than a Chevrolet. We are comparing a Ferrari with a Chevrolet. A hamburger is cheaper than a steak. Generally, a hamburger in a sandwich comes at a fast food restaurant, so it's cheaper than a steak. Alaska is colder than Hawaii. We're comparing Alaska with Hawaii. Alaska is in the very far north. Hawaii is closer to the tropical area of the equator, and so that's why we can say Alaska is colder than Hawaii. And the fourth example, a peach is sweeter than a lemon. Most people would think so. A peach is compared with a lemon. So for comparatives, we compare two items using an adjective, more than or less than. So we use comparative adjectives to compare two items. Let's look at the rules for comparatives. First, let's talk about how many syllables is in the adjective. We can have one-syllable adjectives such as fast, cheap, cold, hot, sweet. We can have two-syllable words that are adjectives such as easy, busy, happy, simple, pleasant, complex. All of these words have two syllables or two sounds to the word. We also can have adjectives that are three or more syllables, such as beautiful. You notice three. Beautiful, beautiful. Dangerous, delicious, difficult, expensive. Understanding how many syllables are in the adjective will help you making better comparatives. So with one-syllable adjectives, we just simply need to add ER to the word. So here we have fast becomes faster, cheap becomes cheaper, cold becomes colder, hot becomes hotter. You'll notice in this example, hotter, we double the T when we add ER. This is if you have the vowel before the consonant, the O before the T, and it makes the short sound for the vowel. So hotter or big is the same example. Big becomes bigger with two G's. And then the final example, sweet becomes sweeter. Let's talk about two-syllable adjectives. We have some different rules for two-syllable adjectives. First, let's look at adjectives that end with Y. If the adjective ends with Y, then you need to change the Y to an I first, and then add ER. So words like easy, that's two syllables, easy, ends with Y. We're going to take the Y off. We're going to add IER, so it becomes easier. The word busy, drop the Y, add the I, it becomes busier. And the last example, happy, we drop the Y, we add I, and it becomes happier. Other two-syllable words are different as well. So two-syllable words that end with ER, OW, or LE, we just simply need to add an ER or sometimes just an R for the LE examples. Let's look at these examples. So bitter, something that's not sweet, bitter becomes bitterer. Shallow, something that's not deep, shallow ends with OW, so we just add ER, it becomes shallower. And simple, simple ends with LE, all we need to do is add an R to become simpler. There are other two-syllable words, and for these two-syllable words that don't meet the first two rules, then we just need to use more or less to use the adjective in a comparison. So the word pleasant, that's two syllables, pleasant, becomes more pleasant. The word complex, complex becomes more complex. Useful becomes less useful, more useful or less useful. And nervous, nervous becomes less nervous. So you might give an example like, I am more nervous today because of my final exam than I was last week for the quiz. And finally, three-syllable words are words that have three sounds or three bumps in the sound. So let's look at how we would add them to a comparison. So when we have the word beautiful, beautiful, we just simply need to add more or less before the adjective. More beautiful. A flower is more beautiful than a plant with no flowers. Dangerous can become more dangerous or less dangerous. Difficult can become less difficult or more difficult. And expensive can become more expensive or less expensive. So you might say, Macy's department store is more expensive than Target. There are some adjectives that are not following the regular rules, like the word good or bad. Good, we would never say gooder. We simply change it completely to the word better. So we would say, I am better at speaking English than speaking French. Bad changes to worse. It's a different word, but it means badder. Just don't say badder. Badder becomes worse. Words like fun are also kind of irregular. They're exceptional because we don't usually say funner. Occasionally you'll find this in conversation, but we would typically say more fun. Going to an amusement park is more fun than going to the beach. So there you have it. Those are the rules for comparing two items or two situations with each other. I hope this helps. I really want to see you become a stronger writer and speaker with the English language. We always compare things with others. We compare ourselves to other people. We compare our situations to other people's situations. So this is a very useful skill to know how to compare. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, please write that down below. I will be happy to respond as soon as I can. Also, would you like, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends? The purpose of that is just to reach more people and to help them improve in the English language and preparing for the IELTS test. Thanks so much. All right, until next time. Next time, we're going to be looking at superlatives. That's a level up from comparatives, so I hope you'll tune in for that. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.